Hello, Paul Lumsden from bushcraftcanada.com. I'm just going to do a quick video today on the, well, I would say actually one of the most underrated in some ways, larger sort of survival knives. This is the standard Fallkniven A1, the laminate VG10 version, the version that's been around for a long time, and is somewhat overlooked, I guess, when the new Pro series came out and then the X series knives came out, and but in the background the A1 just keeps going and selling, and we get such good feedback about people, from people who bought this knife. I've had one for years, and I just think that these are still excellent choices for a larger survival bushcraft knife. They're just really excellent knives. I don't know if this is 100% true, but I've heard that they are a survival knife of the Norwegian and Croatian armies. I wouldn't be surprised. Fallkniven do a lot of military knives, survival knives, and wouldn't surprise me that a knife like this would end up on the top of a list for professional users, because it is just so practical. Like, it's such a great knife, I think. But one of the things is, despite its size, it's 11 inches overall length, it just feels so comfortable and usable. It's sort of, the balance and the quality of the ergonomics sort of belies its size. It feels like a perfectly usable knife. It doesn't feel like a larger knife at all. The stock thickness is 6mm, gives you lots of strength, and even though there's not a full tang, of course they take off the top and bottom of the tang in order to wrap around this thermon handle. It's still an extremely strong knife. There are kinds of crazy destruction tests done on these knives over the years, and they are amazingly strong still. That wrap round handle, of course, does mean it's a very comfortable grip. It does tend to work very well in gloved hands. You have this texture on it, and so there are advantages to that. And I guess there's a slight loss in strength, but really, a knife this size, this thickness, this quality steel, it's an enormously strong knife. So it's, like I say, a beautiful knife to hold, great ergonomics, and a great steel. And the beauty of the laminate VG10, I think one of the reasons that Fallkniven have stayed with it, although they probably will modify this as time goes on, maybe to the VG10W, I don't know. It is a very good steel in terms of stainless. It has very good edge holding. It's a very fine steel. Like, it makes a really superb edge. The convex grind, of course, helps enormously with its cutting potential. And the steel has enormous torsional strength, and it's easy to maintain the field. It's one of the reasons it's so popular still, VG10, and I hear that about the VG10W too. So it's a really exceptionally good steel still, and combine that with the great ergonomics and the sheer practicality of a knife like this. It's a real winner, really. Has this exposed tang here with the lanyard hole. Like I say, just a very practical field knife. They do come with the leather and Zytel sheaths. I just got the Zytel to show you here. This is the original Zytel sheath. Again, very plain, very practical. Very little to go wrong with these sheaths. They're very impact resistant, very resistant to cold. They don't tend to go particularly brittle. Has that little clip here, clips into the finger guard that you just overcome with resistance, and then obviously there's that snap that you use when you're carrying the knife. So around the camp and things, you can have that the knife inserted where it just pinches in on this, and then when you're moving and traveling a lot, you're concerned about the knife falling out, you use the strap. You can belt mount that. It hangs quite nicely, actually. It's quite a nice height. Just a nice practical sheath, and it goes along with a nice practical knife. 6.29 inch blade, actually. So if you're looking for a larger outdoor survival knife, I would definitely have a look at the A1. And the other reason is, of course, the price point is very good in comparison with the Pro knife. And of course, the Pro and X knives are superb. But these, I think are excellent value for what they are. They're certainly one of the best, time-tested, time-proven, both in terms of the steel and the design. And I think the standard A1 will go on for a long time. Because they're just very popular, very practical, larger outdoor knives. So yeah, a very underrated knife, the A1, superb. can see them on our site, bushcraftcanada.com. Just have a look under Fallkniven knives, and of course you can always email me, paul@bushcraftcanada.com, if you want any more information.